that, of course, I said the police issued two separate statements. Both of them unsigned. Nowadays, they just drop the statement. Everybody does this. Instead of the usual format where a statement is issued, official statement are usually signed, so that you know the person to go back to and ask questions when there are questions to be asked. That's what usually happens. Nowadays, if you want a statement, you go and find it on the Facebook page of any institution. They just drop it there. Nobody lays claim to the statement. They just say that the attention of the Ghana Police Service. This is what the statement says. The attention of the Ghana Police Service has been drawn to a video in which Mr. Johnson Asiedu Nketia is heard claiming that the Accra Regional Police Commander, the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, and the Inspector General of Police, 3 people, the Accra Regional Police Commander, the Director General of the Criminal Investigations Department, and the Inspector General had indicated to him that the arrest of some 3 persons for possession of firearms at Ofako in the Utu Senyai's constituency was based on an order from above. We would like to categorically state that the claims are false and without any basis. None of the officers mentioned in the video has at any point in time made any such pronouncements. We wish to emphasize that all 3 suspects were arrested when a pump-and-shake gun with 4 rounds of ammunition was found in their vehicle at the offices of the Electoral Commission at Ofako in the Utu Senyai's constituency of the Central Region. They have subsequently been cautioned and granted bail. That is one. The second one also has to do an update on police investigations into violent disturbances at the Utu Senyai's constituency. I'll read this, it's short, and then we'll speak to Adib Sani of the Jatike Center for Human Security and Peace Building. And this is the Ghana Police Service. They said they have, the Ghana Police Service has cautioned and subsequently granted bail to 3 persons who were arrested when a pump-action gun with 4 rounds of ammunition was found in their vehicle at the offices of the Electoral Commission of Akko in the Utu Senyai's constituency of the Central Region. Suspect Phyllis Nakoyo Okuno has been cautioned on the offense of transfer of firearms without authority, while suspects Abdulaziz and Mustafa Mohammed have been cautioned on the offense of possession of firearms without authority. Meanwhile, on Thursday, 6th June 2024, the court remanded into police custody to reappear on 19 June 2024 suspect Usman Haruna for stabbing 1 person during the disturbances at the office of the Electoral Commission of Akko in the Ewutu Senya East constituency. Police investigations are ongoing while the case docket is being forwarded to the office of the Attorney General for study and advice. So that's the statement that has been issued. We are joined on the line by Mr. Adib Sani, who's Executive Director, Jatike Center for Human Security and Peace Building. Good morning to you, and I hope you're well.
Good morning, my brother. Very well. Thank you for asking.
Well, first of all, what do you make of the developments that have come from the Utu Senyais? In fact, in 2020, it was the MP claiming that she shot gun. Now, it is arrests that have involved stabbing and a candidate that has been arrested for possessing firearm that she had duly registered and questions about her name and everything. What do you make of everything that has transpired so far?
Okay, so I'm a bit confused here because in the charges they said she transferred the firearm without authorization.
Yes.
It's confusing. Transfer a firearm as in what way? Because it can be done. You go to the police if you want to hand over a weapon to another person. Then the police will do their background checks and take you through a process. So does that suggest she acquired the gun without going through the process? So that means it's an illegal weapon. Like, she's not supposed to have it. So I think there's a need for some clarification here. All right. Besides, if you have a registered weapon, under the law, you are not supposed to brandish without the approval of the IGP. That is the Arms and Ammunition Act. Okay. So far as it's in your car, it's hidden. Even if the police stops you at a checkpoint and checks your car and find it, what they do is to ask for the documents. As simple as that. In fact, you are even able to travel with your gun within the territory of Ghana. All right, but you would have to go through some processes and all that. So even if you have a gun hidden in your car at an electoral commission building, I don't think it's a crime. Unless you brandish it or you fire it when you are not in any form of danger. But if you are in danger or you are able to save a life and you bring out the gun and fire, it's enough justification. I don't think anything would happen to you. However, it is important to understand that before the law works and works effectively, there's a need for consistency. I am someone who doesn't believe in equalization. Because this person has done it, if I also do it, no qualms about it. No. We don't run a nation like that. We would spoil the country, okay? However, if someone does it, then you don't do anything about it. You create a dangerous precedent. If Hawa Koomson was arrested, trust me, not a single NDC supporter would have thrown the Cantonment police station to ask for her unconditional release. Okay? When this Hawa Koomson thing came out, some of us spoke about it over and over and over. What is going on with the case? Nothing. Then from nowhere, you arrest her opponent, grant her bail, then ask her to report, then under very crooked circumstances, you detain her. And you know what the thing about Friday detention, you stay throughout the weekend and be only, perhaps granted bail on Monday. I mean, I don't know the legality, but in the past, that's what used to happen.
Yes. Because luckily, because of Martin Pebu, the court decided that in fact you count weekends. Yes, you count weekends.
Yes, but sometimes they do the CID investigation. He's not around. He has gone to a funeral. He's that. There are so many stories you can be told. There are so many ways you can be frustrated. You know that. And so the people decided, no, we're not going to accept it. And that is why we saw the violence. It's unfortunate, especially at this time when the political climate is so heated. There's deep suspicions all over the place. I don't know whose advice it was, whose decision it was to make such a grievous mistake by detaining her in that fashion. I mean, it's completely unacceptable. And whoever is behind that should be ashamed of him or herself. But I'm hoping that going forward, the police would be much more professional and impartial in the way they approach issues relating to politics, especially as we go into the elections in December.
Because if we go back, and of course, one of the things the Central Regional Chairman was just telling me was that the main reason you see a candidate who is even a lady arming herself is because the other person who is a minister of state is allowed to do whatever she likes in the constituency without her ever facing arrest or anybody ever stopping her. So she feels that at least I need to protect myself.
And there's nothing wrong with protecting yourself, just that you have to do it the right way in accordance with the law. So far as I am concerned, based on the information I have about this issue, she didn't brandish. Did she fire?
No.
She didn't fire. It was just found in the car, right?
Yes.
And so it was hidden. It makes me wonder why, under what circumstance. And I really need clarity on the transfer, illegal transfer. I mean, illegality is illegality, okay? So I think it is an issue that needs more clarification. But I've also heard that the gun is registered, okay? And I've also have information about Hawa Koomson's gun. I've not verified, so I wouldn't be able to say on air. But it is an indictment if you hear it, okay? So for me, we need to be careful. I mean, the police is one of the most important institutions so far as our democracy is concerned. They have a critical role to play in ensuring law and order, not just during the election, but before and after. Okay, the police have to maintain a great deal of professionalism. In fact, the IGP has said it time and time again that his outfit is ready. They are ready to provide security for the elections to be conducted. But when you start behaving this way, it negates the effort you've put into getting where you are today. Because people will start thinking that, no, you are not an impartial arbiter. You are not an establishment that can be trusted. And that is where people would start taking matters into their own hands because they don't have trust or confidence in the police to ensure that things are done in an orderly fashion. This election we're going into is going to be a decisive one. It's going to be, I think, our most important yet in the Fourth Republic, as it's going to be a test of our democracy. It's going to determine whether we are still experimenting, trial and error, or we are consolidated. But for basic exercises, pre-election exercises, such as registration and come on for crying out loud, transfer, to become violent, makes me wonder how the real election is going to be. Because when you see the level of desperation on the part of some political actors, I think they are even willing, they might be even be willing to kill to get power. That is not democracy. Democracy is not a battle of muzzles. It's a battle of ideas. Because in the end, you come, I'll listen to you. When you come, I'll even, jubilate, I'll scream, I'll be happy to see you. But in the end, Ghanaians should think about their situation. And make the right decision. Sometimes I even tell my political friends, I was like, why don't you sit in the trotro sometimes and disguise yourself in the taxis and speak with the people and get to hear what they have to say? And I do that very often. And I also think that that statement, breaking the eight, is not, I'm looking for the right word for it, okay? It is a dangerous statement. I was at a peace event on Saturday, and people came, including religious and traditional representatives and all that. And it was agreed in principle that, look, that statement, breaking the eight, is an aesthetic statement that in all its forms is inconsistent with our democracy.